Greetings everyone, I'm Kurt, and for this week I'm turning into a tech channel, or at least a tech review channel. And for this episode we are reviewing the Google Pixel 2. And what better way to begin than with everyone's favorite vicarious indulgence of unboxing said phone. So here is the phone straight out of the box. I got the black one. It kind of has this a nice textured matte over the back of it. The fingerprint reader, the camera, and all that jazz. Nice, sturdy, and attractive design. So just a quick disclaimer on this review, I'm not gonna go that depth into specs on the phone because I'm modestly ignorant of a lot of specs in modern phones, so I really don't know how it compares on a technical level to other phones. This is really just gonna be from a face value, how it works, how it functions in my hand, and of course the thing that the general mainstream public cares about the most, which is its camera. Okay, so what better way to show you what the camera is actually capable of than actually filming with it? So right now we're looking at the selfie camera, which is facing me, and also I have my actual camera right next to it. So my camera, the phone. My camera, the phone. My camera, the phone. So to give you an idea of what I'm comparing my phone with, the camera I use is a Panasonic Lumix GH2, which is actually a few years dated. I believe it came out in 2011. Now the thing that's fascinating about the Pixel 2 is the forward-facing camera is actually the same as the selfie camera. However, the forward-facing camera has double the amount of pixels, as Pixel calls dual pixel. I don't know. Fascinating. So for the feature that I was most interested in, or at least most eager to test out because I hadn't had a phone with this feature yet, is its portrait mode. And essentially that's where it takes a figure, a person, and it's able to identify what is the background, thus putting it out of focus. So I went down to old Grandpa Pumpkin Phil's farm over the weekend. I took some pictures of him and his family, and I've noticed, and so far I've gotten mixed results. Some shots are very good, and the others it's very clear when it's been manipulated. Here's Grandpa Phil, for example, and if you look, it just looks like around his head is out of focus, but then as you kind of go outwards, the crops then kind of miraculously get a little bit more sharp. And then we went over to his son, Lumpy McPhillip Sr., and here it's much more clear that the background is out of focus. However, if you get in real close, you can kind of see this kind of feathering that begins to happen on the side of his beautiful orange pumpkin head. But here is a picture of Juliana, and this one, it actually seems a little bit more convincing that this was taken in such a way that the background was intentionally out of focus. And shockingly, this feature works with the selfie-facing camera too. Even with the camera at very close distance to my face, the background was very distinguishable from the rest of my head, and this one, and this image in any case, doesn't have any really weird fuzzing or feathering around it. This is a selfie taken in a darkly lit room, and you can really get all up in there and you can see all my beautiful flawless imperfections. I think this image and this image alone really captures how good the forward-facing camera is. I've never had a phone that's actually had a selfie camera that I would wanted to use. And something new to the phone is of course the motion feature, which is similar to iPhone's kind of thing where it captures a few seconds of when the image is taken. So really quick about the phone itself, it does not have a headphone jack. And I'm really not bothered by that. I don't use Bluetooth headphones, or at least I haven't done so yet, but I really am comfortable with the idea that this is where phones and technology is going to be going, so I might as well just accept it, embrace it. I know there's a number of people who are upset by it. However, it does come with a little dongle adapter thing in the box, so yeah, whatever. One feature that I really enjoy is the fingerprint reader, but this one in particular is super fast and really responsive and works almost immediately. However, I find trying to use OK Google when my phone is locked is kind of pointless. Saying OK Google doesn't bypass the security measures on your phone, making the feature kind of pointless unless the security is turned off on your phone. So it makes me even wonder why they allow you to say OK Google when the phone is locked with a security password on if it's not going to work properly, which then makes me think whether or not it was actually intentional and if this is a bug, which will eventually be fixed. If not, then that's just silly that you would have the ability to unlock your phone with your voice, only followed by you having to put in your security code or use your fingerprint reader. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So now for my final thoughts on the Pixel 2. To boogie back a bit to the video, I think upon reviewing the footage, I think the Pixel 2 actually looks a lot better than my GH2. However, in my defense, I really did not focus my camera properly or expose it properly. I really have a problem with shooting auto on it. I try to do everything manual, and because of that, it looks pretty bad. But it can't go ignored with just how good this phone's camera looks, which begs the question, why would I want to use the DSLR or a mirrorless camera over the Pixel 2 if the Pixel looks so good? So first off, I mean, the Pixel 2 is not an all-in-box amazing shooting thing for video, because the audio, the mic on it fucking blows. And of course the mic on my camera sucks, which is why I bought an external mic for it. But that's exactly it. That leads into my next point. I will probably still continue to shoot with my GH2 because of its versatility, because it's reliable, and it's the ability for me to have as much control over it as I want, between switching lenses or switching out mics or upgrading it in small places here and there. It would be really silly if I just completely abandoned the gear that I already own and started shooting my phone. At the end of the day, I'm coming to this review as a videographer and a photographer. I mean, as a user, I think it's snappy and it works fast. I personally like Google's phones because they do such a marvelous job of learning your habits. And so much of what I try to do with my life and my routine is to automate it, and this phone kind of does an amazing job of helping me automate my life. And I'm just invested in the Google ecosystem, using Google Drive and Gmail and all that skibbity bop. It's just a little bit more intuitive. So that's where I'm coming from with this review. So for those of you who have made it this far, regardless of whether or not I've delivered any information you found valuable, I have something to give you in return, or one of you at least, and that is the box of my Pixel 2. I will send you this box without the phone. There will not be a phone in it. Let me make that clear. There will be no phone in it. And I will send this to you filled with all sorts of goodies and surprises and mystery. And in order for you to be eligible, you don't have to do this to be eligible, but I should stress this nonetheless, and you should be doing it either way. Please subscribe to my channel, like it, dislike this video, whatever you think. But if you would like this box filled with the mystery treats that I have in store, go to my Twitter, at Kurt_Indovina, and direct message me your address. And the first person to do it will be sent the gift of a lifetime. I'm not gonna promise you, but I will try and still trust that you're gonna love what you get either way. Anyways, I really hope this was of some value to you. I love you. You're great. Have a beautiful week. See you next Friday. Goodbye.